So today is going to be one of those quick reviews of a random character that doesn't have a lot of fiction, using a mold that I'm only kind of on. Nevertheless, I do really think it's quite striking in yellow. This is the Transformers Selecs Tigertrack, and he's going to be our focus this time around in the latest GotBot True review. Hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, and while you're at it, light them up, baby. And hit that notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton to let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, Transformers Collectors, NL, The Autobot Family, Autobot City Central, and Transformers vs. G.I. Joe vs. DC Universe vs. Marvel, plus all of my social media links. They are all down in the description below. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon, see what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course hit the join button right here on YouTube, baby, and become a channel member. And this is Generation Selecs Tigertrack. I like this lad, I really do. I think it's one of the more successful uses of this mold. I like the accessories he comes with. I like the fact that there's no like battle damagey stuff on him. And I even think the tolerances are better on this one than on the other copies that I looked at least the copies I looked at for Sideswipe and Red Alert. So without any further ado, how about really quickly we go over to the table and take a closer look at this guy. And yes, indeed, here we have the somewhat enigmatic Tigertrack. I mean, he's one of those like nothing characters that, you know, he's never done anything for anyone. I think he was originally based on like an e-hobby exclusive that was probably like based on diaclone or something. I don't know. It's one of those like weird like early like pre-Transformers coloration things. And the only thing I can really tell you about the characterization for the guy, because he doesn't have a ton of fiction, is that apparently like he's a wonderful security guard with like super duper optics that like can see through camouflage and like optical illusions and stuff. Like he's a good guard, right? He's a great guard. Super vigilant, right? It is what it is. So this was a Generation Selects release. I don't have very many copies of this mold because I didn't really bother to keep, though I reviewed, I didn't bother to keep the Sideswipe or the Red Alert versions. I kept my classic versions. The only other version that I have for the guy is Lambor, who we'll see in just a little bit. But before we look at anything to do with the guy, we'll get the packaging out of the way first really quick. It's a Selecs box like all the Selecs boxes, except this one says Autobot Tigertrack. There, we're done. He has some gloriously large, easy to see, nicely done Earthrise, Siege, generally War for Cybertron instructions. He comes with this nicely molded black blaster. I'm pretty sure this is the version of this blaster that came with Red Alert. I believe you could take out his siren and make this into an axe if I'm not mistaken. And he comes with the Sideswipe accessory as well. So you can do this. He can hold the blaster in his hand. He can put the other one on his shoulder and he looks magnificent. I'm going to say paint apps are a 10. Here's the thing. If I'm not mistaken, all the yellow is paint, and if it's not all paint, then the paint match is pretty darn fantastic here, much like it was with Hubcap, for example. The only real kind of comparison I can make here is with the G2 or a clone Sideswipe, whatever you want to call the guy. I call him Lambor and I have him as an actual separate character. Again, though, he doesn't come with both of the accessories. They look good together, I guess. I looked at the original Sideswipe in episode 491 and showed the conversion there going from robot to vehicle, the way the dude comes out of package. And I said there that the scores for him were a 9 for his paint apps, a 10 for articulation, a 10 for transformation. Then in episode 585, I looked at Red Alert and we looked at the transformation there going from vehicle back to robot. And again, I said that the paint apps were a 9, the articulation a 10, the transformation a 10. Here, this time, with Lambor here, I said in episode 638, when I looked at the Alpha Strike Squadron, that his look again was a 9, the articulation a 10, and the transformation, that's right, a 10. Again, very, very strong. And then we get to Tigertrack. I've already said that Tigertrack is a 10 for his look, his paint apps. Let's see. If he keeps 10s across the board, is his articulation just as good? Are the tolerances just as good? What about that conversion? Well, let's get into the articulation. Time to get into the nitty gritty. We have a head that goes left, right, looks up, can not really look down, but like it moves all around as well as any of those heads do. The arms go all the way out, still tolerance nice. All the way out to the side, we have a bicep swivel, we have 90 degrees at the elbow. No wrist swivel, that's unfortunate, I guess, but not a big deal. The waist, yeah, still feels really solid. Leg all the way forward, back, thigh swivel built inside the leg. Needed 90 degrees. The ankle tilts go all the way out to the side as well. Yeah, I'm going to say it's still a 10. Here's what's really interesting. There's been at least 4 uses of this mold now, and there doesn't seem to be any mold degradation. Not that I've experienced. I would be down, and I believe it was announced, though I haven't heard anything since, for a blue variant deep cover for this guy. That way I could keep my classics for, Sunstreaker, or for Sideswipe and Red Alert, and I could still have a few copies of this mold as other characters. What about the transformation? Well, as I said, I've already shown both transformations, so we can just go from our boy in robot mode to our boy in his vehicle mode. And it's so weird. I've said maybe it was all paint. It's definitely not, and there's a slight, to my eye now, there's a slight mismatch here to here, but I feel like on camera it looks spot on. I almost can't tell what is a matte plastic and what is paint. All I know is that it looks stupendous. A yellow version of this mold, great, cool. Again, the transformation was just as smooth as any of the others. It's still a 10. He still weighs, or he's still less mass than I wish he was, but he looks great. You can see all of the accessories can store on him. Here's how it looks. A lot of people complain about the windshield being clear. It does not bother me in the least. Don't care. I like it. I'm going to say that this guy is perhaps, to this point, the best use of the mold. He's pretty much perfect. Excellent articulation, 10. Excellent paint, 10. And the transformation is smooth, man. As a matter of fact, I have previously with the mold worried about the doors possibly breaking eventually. I kind of don't here. They move very nice and smooth. And I've also worried about the longevity of the ankles, because when you flip them in on the Sideswipe I had, there was like a loud, uncomfortable click. Not here. They move smooth, nice. I think this is the best use of the mold. 10s across the board. And wouldn't you know it, here we are once again, and here he is. And I dig him. I like the car. A lot of people have complained about his windshield stuff being somewhat clear. It really oddly doesn't bother me. Maybe because there's a lot of like molded in kind of junk underneath, so it looks techy. And I'm okay with him having a Cybertronian mode because I don't really know any fiction for him, so I'm going to assume he never left Cybertron. I feel like it matches for this guy. And I love the yellow. I think the yellow really pops. Now, I think that that's a diaclone throwback, but you know, there was talk some time ago of a blue deep cover version of this, and I think it would look brilliant in blue as well. Let me know what you think about this guy. Do you like him? Do you not like him? Do you think he's the best mold use or not? I do love the fact that he has all those accessories too, man. I appreciate you guys coming by and giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon, see what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course hit the join button right here on YouTube. While you're at it, man, hit the subscribe button. Stick around, have some fun with us here on the channel, and I look forward to the next time. Wait, no. Before we get to that, don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single day, man, you do make a difference. And now I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres of the old-fashioned way, baby, right here inside the videos.